Hey everybody, and welcome back to The Witness. We just saw the endgame sequence for at least the first part of this game, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later, what I thought of it and what I think it meant. But for now, I'm actually going to focus on the post-game content for this game. The game actually just boots you out and quits after you go through that whole sequence, so you'll have to reload your game unless you want to start over, which is kind of what was happening there. Everything was getting reset before our eyes, so you could go and play through the whole thing again if you want. But we're just going to go ahead and head back out and see what else we can do. So for now, I'm actually going to go back to the top of the mountain because there's something I want to show you guys that we didn't really look at before. We briefly looked at it during the Rusty Schweikert's quote that was being played while we were up there. But there's a lot more that's supposed to hint at something else that you can do here in the game, which is really exciting. And this is something I've been really looking forward to. I can't express just how excited I am to do this in the Let's Play. It's probably going to be really hard to do without hints, but I'm going to try to do my best, and if we ever need hints, then I'll cave when I need to, for the sake of time. But for now, I'm going to try to see how much I can do of this on my own. So I'm going to go ahead and head back the way we came, go through all the stuff that we've been through here. Now you'd think that there would be a puzzle to solve around here, but there really isn't. It's just a pretty nice view that you can look at. Ooh, and here's the garbage path. This is a clever puzzle. I really liked that a lot. Okay, so that should be everything for the inside of the mountain. Amazing how that took us 3 videos to get through all that. Well, I guess to be fair, one of them was also spent going up here and doing all this stuff. Alright, so the one thing that I kind of briefly went through but then left alone was this. So you're probably wondering, what in the world is the point of this panel here that's just a dead end and does seemingly nothing? Well, if you look right here, you'll notice that the river that we've been crossing and looking at throughout the course of the game has a very similar shape. And if we touch it, we can actually solve a puzzle using these environmental elements. Now you'll see that there's these sparks here that are going to fly into something, and if you look very carefully, you'll notice that that's one of those obelisk things that we've been seeing around here. I don't think we've actually examined that particular one, but they're all over the place. And what you're supposed to figure out is that this plus symbol here is an indication of how many of these environmental puzzles you've solved, whereas the normal number here is the number of normal puzzles you've solved on the panels and whatnot. So I will go ahead and just say right now, there's about 100 more of these, I think, and 135 of those. Let me get a list here. Yeah, 523, and then 135 of the environmental puzzles, and then the 6 refers to the number of obelisks. So once you do all the environmental puzzles and fill up the obelisk with all those sparks, then those will count as an additional plus. So there's 6 obelisks all in all, encompassing 135 puzzles. And we've got about 100 more, 98 more to be exact, of these normal puzzles. So we got our work cut out for us, basically. But I am really, really looking forward to doing this, because this is easily one of the best post-game sets of content that I think I've seen in a long time. I think Super Mario Galaxy 2 was another one of my favorites, but this easily ranks up there. So the rules for solving these environmental puzzles are pretty simple. The main thing is that you have to stick with a pretty consistent color or color palette. Another one is that you have to have a start point that looks like a circle, and we can actually see one over there, although we can't really see an end point. The end point has to look like one of those little semicircular things. So this is definitely going to be pretty tricky. There's a few I can think of right now that are really devilishly difficult. I can't... Here we go. I think this is how you do this one. There we go. If you're close enough, the nice thing is that the game actually kind of forces you into the perspective. Like right here, it actually makes it so that this is where you're supposed to do that. And you're probably wondering to yourself, how did I discover this? Was it through the panel up there that we were just looking at? It actually was not. I didn't even notice that panel until quite a ways into the game, and right now I'm noticing that there's that. We can start something, or at least produce a few sparks, but we can't really end it. I want to say there's a spot pretty close to here that'll allow you to get that, but it's not this spot. But yeah, it actually wasn't here. It was, of all places, the area underground in that light temple place. And what I was doing down there was that, you know how you ride the elevator out of that area once you turn the laser on and solve all the puzzles. Well, I thought, I wonder if I uncovered anything by riding the elevator up. So I took the elevator down, or I went into the temple again and went to the place where the elevator was in the down position. And then I looked to see if there was anything there, and I looked up and there was one of these puzzles there. And I thought, ooh, it's a secret. And there mustn't be very many of these. Turns out there are a lot of these. There are so many of these things, it's not even funny. But I gotta admit, this is, at least by my measure, this is one of the most clever things in the game. It certainly makes you look at the environment in a whole new light. Not to mention that it really reinforces the principle of the game that it's trying to teach you, of making sure to examine your surroundings. This area is definitely quite a tricky one, because you gotta line these things up properly. I forgot how to do this. Maybe we'll revisit this one later. I kind of want to take the same path that I took throughout the course of the game, kind of revisit some of our old haunts while we're at it. And if we see something along the way, then we'll do it. In fact, I think these flowers can be leveraged for a few. This looks like a circle here. Oh wait, over there. Let's try this. There we go. I know the lavender ones do as well, but I think you have to look at those from inside the castle. So, I gotta admit, there were times during the game when I walked past a lot of these areas that had these things, and I was trying not to make them obvious. I hope it wasn't too obvious. I hope if you have never seen this game before, that what you're seeing now is totally surprising. That was my intention, and I hope I was able to accomplish that. Alright, so let's go back to the very beginning. A very good place to start. Some of these are really clever as far as how they use negative space as well. Like this right here almost looks like one, although I don't think it is. Well, I think there was one around here that's kind of like that. I know there's several that you can get to in a lot of these areas that seemed pointless earlier, like the top of the castle. So, actually, let me do a couple things here. One of them involves this. You'll notice that there's this this puzzle here. We didn't know this was a puzzle earlier, because we just walked right past it, but this is actually a triangle puzzle. And, let's see, let's do this. That. 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 And then... Oh, we missed that. Okay. I know there's... Is this the only one? This might be the only one, but I know this is going to unlock something that's pretty important. Let's do that first. Then that. Oh, except we got that to worry about. Ah! I forgot about that. Let's go the other way then. Okay, let's do that. And then we go this way. Go there. This way to do that. Is that workable? Oh, I still have to do that too. Man, I forgot how to do this one. Oh, is that right? How is that right? I thought I missed one over here. Oh, no, I didn't. I did get that one. Alright. So this unlocks a puzzle over here. And you can kind of already see that there's something to do over there. And there's actually a yellow spot right there that allows you to go downwards like this. So we can solve this puzzle by drawing out the solution. And I can't remember if this is an enlarged version of an existing puzzle here, but if we do this, we can solve it. But that is white, that's not yellow. So it turns out the solution to this is you actually have to intentionally get the puzzle wrong, because then it will actually turn yellow. There we go. And now if we go over here, we can draw this out. This is, in my mind, one of the trickiest ones. And I think these are all going to the one that's for the town. This looks like the start of another one right here. Let's, I don't know if there's any more on this level. Let's go up to the top and see what we can find. Yeah, I think this all connects to the town obelisk. I think there's going to come a point where I'll eventually track what I'm doing through the obelisk, because you can get hints there, because they actually show you the paths that you have to take. But yeah, this is going to be fun. It's going to be kind of like a scavenger hunt here. Ooh, that end point looks promising, and there appears to be a start point right there. There we go. Okey-doke. Nothing over there. I don't think there's anything over this way. You really want to be on the lookout for round-looking things, or round pieces of negative space, if you can. We still haven't figured out what is the deal with these logos that we've been seeing. Ah, here we go. There you go. I feel like the game's a little more lax with where you have to stand in order to get some of these. Because I remember some of these being really tricky to line up when I originally played this. Can't remember if there was anything off here. There may not be. Unless this is... Maybe this is just supposed to clue you into that being one of the things you have to go after. Looks like you can make a path through those rocks, but I don't think that's possible here. Alright. Let's continue onward. It's going to be interesting to see what path we take here. I haven't really planned any of this out. So, we're just going to kind of wander around and see what we can do. I'm kind of looking forward to that. It's less planned out and just more impromptu, more fun, off the cuff. Because I don't even remember where all these are, so it's going to be interesting to figure that out. Now, I do remember there was a few over here. See, for one, there was that yellow thing that we saw. If I can find it, it was over here somewhere. This way? It looked like a cannon or something. You guys remember that? It looked like a cannon. It was just laying around. Where is that? I know it's around here somewhere. It looked like it could have come off of a tractor or something, too. Okay, where are you? Where are you? Now, I should also mention that we're also going to be solving some of the other puzzles we haven't solved, kind of like what we did there in the first area, as we go through all this. So we'll take breaks from doing this at points, just so it's not monotonous. Where is this thing? I know it's around here somewhere. Here it is, right here. Alright, so just get over here. It's not quite far away enough. Maybe this is. Yeah, that's a little better. There we go. To make sure the sun shines in it a little more so that checkered part's not so visible. Okay, I don't know if there's anything you can see from inside the building. But I do know that these... I think it's this one right here is used in one of the puzzles, and this right here is definitely used in one. Actually, before we do that, let me grab the boat real quick. Because there's a few that we can solve around the castle at the beginning. Not the keep area, but the starting area. We have to be in the boat to do them. There's actually several that you can do from in the boat. But we'll do those over time. I don't really want to do them all at the same time. That's going to be kind of a dry video. So I'm going to go back this way at full speed, and then we're going to come back to this area. So I'll kind of clue you in on what we're doing here. There's an area around the castle over here that's pretty much one long path. And what's even more is that this reflection here is also a second one. That's the other thing about these puzzles, is that if there's multiple endpoints, then they count as multiple puzzles. So you can kind of see the dark area here where we're going to be tracing this. Alright, so all we need to do is just round this corner and we should be good to go. As long as we get over here. There's a really tricky one right here, I believe. We'll get it on the way back. Actually, you know what? Let's do it now. This was one that I actually had to look up the answer to, because this, for the life of me, I could not see it. It just went by so quickly. Even when you went through the boat at slower speeds, it seems obvious now, but at first I was like, where in the world is this? And it was hard to even make out that there was even a green path there. Okay. Ah, no. I think you have to be slower. You have to do it slowly. Unless we do it at this speed, coming back, that might be doable. But I don't think so. So I think the endpoint's right there. Ah, we missed it. Yeah. Let's go at super slow speed. We'll get it. We'll get it. Come on. Come to Papa. Maybe you have to go super slow the other way. I guess if this doesn't work, we can do that. Come on. Come on, it's right there. There we go. Alright. So we got that done. Now for going back this way. Wow, you can actually see the whole thing right here. Nothing happens if you do it again. You certainly don't get that cool sound effect. Alright, so that's where we're going to need to start for that right there for the castle ones. So, Let's see. Ooh, I can see something right here. I don't know if this is the place to do it, though. Can I do it here? I may have to do this from another angle. Come on, please tell me I can complete this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's go over here again. And this time we will... Should I go at full speed? You know what, let's give it a shot. Let's be daring here. You actually see previous paths you traced by mousing over that, which is pretty cool. Okay, so the first things first, we'll do the top one. And you have to make sure you don't miss these connection points here. Where do we go? Oh wait, we round this too. That's right. There we go. Cool. I feel like this is a little bit easier. I don't know if they patched the game so this isn't quite so difficult, but it feels like the game's a little less picky about how you mouse around and maneuver through everything. Alright, let's head back and give this another shot for the bottom area. I feel like the bottom area, if I remember correctly, is a little trickier. I could be wrong on that, but I think it's a little bit trickier. I'm thinking what I'll do here is I'll do a first pass through all this, and then we'll come back and examine all the obelisks and see what we missed. Okay, here we go. Okay, right there should be okay. So let's go back. Come on. There we go. Go around town. This is problematic. There we go. There we go. Go through here. And then go through here. There we go. Wait a minute. You have to go that way. I have to go this way. Ah! No! No, 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 no! I lost it! No! Alright, let's slow the boat down. I don't think we need to go that fast. That was a nice bit of misdirection there. I like that. We'll go fast for the return trip, but let's not go as fast for the actual puzzle solve. Okay. So yeah, we have to make that connection there, and then we'll end there. So as long as we do that like at that point, then we should be fine. So what do you guys think of all this? You guys think this is going to be fun? I think this is going to be cool. It's a different kind of puzzle solving than the panels. Alright, let's turn around here. We'll go there. We'll keep it at that speed. Okay, let's round the corner. So I had an interesting experience the other day. I was scheduled to give a little presentation at work to our large group for our big weekly team meeting. It was kind of like our kind of like a time to share and whatnot, and it was kind of more of a way to get to know each other, if that makes sense. Just talk about life and some of our experiences and whatnot. And I'm thankful for that, you know, because a lot of places I've worked haven't really had a time like that. So I gave my presentation, but I was also going to show a DVD with some stuff, and they didn't have a DVD player in the room, and we actually had to go through 3 DVD players, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. But I was glad it happened that way, though, because my talk was actually about what to do when, you know, life doesn't work out the way you think, and it certainly wasn't at that moment, you know. So that was kind of a neat, it was kind of a neat time to actually see that happen in front of my face. And then I went up to the front of the room, and I don't really consider myself to be very funny, like, especially in a situation like this where I'm talking into a microphone, and I know I'm broadcasting to a bunch of people, you know, on YouTube. It's just, without someone here, it feels a little different for me, you know. Like, I know there's a lot of people out there who are comfortable with this, but are less comfortable with actually speaking to people. I'm kind of the opposite. Like, I love speaking to people. I'm less comfortable doing this. So, I was actually kind of out of my comfort zone joking around while we were waiting for the DVD player to get there. But it was definitely worth it, though. I really appreciated the experience. But it was fun. Like, everyone had a good laugh. They actually thought I was kind of funny, which I'm kind of surprised because I don't really consider myself that funny. But hey, it was good. Alright, let's take a look around here and see what we can do. I believe there's one that you can get by going onto the roof, which is over this way. Okay, there's this one that involves that yellow thing. I think you have to get down over there. There we go, right there. See that? You have to get it just right, though. Nope. There we go. Nope. I want to make sure the end is visible. There we go. Alright, let me try to get the one with the big laundry machine thing. The thing with the big black hole in it. Man, I forgot about a lot of these. It's going to be interesting rediscovering it all. The nice thing is that for the most part these involve solid colors, so you can kind of use that as a guide. I think after I do this we're going to stop the video. We'll continue on with the light temple area. I think we have to go down a little farther. Maybe. Maybe not. Here we go. So if I just go over here and line that up, I can get this one. Oh, maybe not. There we go. But I have to get the other one on top. It's interesting that an area that has a focus on reflections actually uses the reflections in this these environmental puzzles. It's pretty cool. Is it really up here? See, it feels like it should be. Maybe it's way up here. There we go. They're all different colors, too, which is kind of interesting. Alright, so we can actually get a close-up of the obelisk here. And what's neat here is that each of the sides of the obelisk actually give you clues about where you can find some of these. So that's kind of neat. Like, a bunch of these are going to be underground in the temple area. So we'll take a look at that next time. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm really excited about this part of the game. Hope you guys are too. And either way, I will catch you on the flip side. So take care and see you then.